Hey guys, Camper15 back at it with another video for you guys. Again, back with more than a married couple. And it's gonna be interesting. I'm guessing we're getting this beach mini arc, this little summer vacation mini arc. I guess as the show is going to be ending, um, which is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. I think this is gonna be the part of the story where Akari and Jirou are going to realize that I guess in a weird way they need each other or they like each other. Because I'm just waiting this moment. Again, this episode was good. This episode was good. This episode was good. Again, I'd still like to see more Akari because that's kind of what the show is about. And I understand they have to develop other characters and things like that, and as well as develop the other love rival, which is Shiori as a character. But it's funny because I did watch another person's review last week, and he did make the mention of the fact like things are the show isn't really as interesting. It's still a good show, but the show isn't as interesting if we don't get a full episode of like Akari and Jiro together. And I'm like, I freaking agree. If you go back and look at some of the previous reviews I did for the last few episodes, the episodes where I say, I wasn't really into this episode. What did they have in common? There was not like a major focus on Akari and Jiro. And I kind of want to, and the reason why is because I want to see the relationship develop, blossom from, I guess you can say, a working relationship to try to get each other to fall for or get a chance to be with each other's crushes, to the fact that these two characters are ending up actually having feelings for each other to the point when they actually like legit hook up. But pretty much the premise behind this episode is the summer break is there, so pretty much the thing is up until August, they're pretty much on summer break and they can do whatever they want in their designated rooms and everything. But in August they'll have to go back home and and everything. So yeah, Jiro's friend Kamo is pretty much just like, hey, there's this part-time job out there and everything, and my brother's operating it. So, guess what? I'm doing it, and I just hooked you up. And I didn't even have to, you know. And it was absolutely funny because Jiro's like, wait, you freaking applied for me? And he's like, oh yeah, I sure did that. And everything, and it was hilarious. We then find out that Shiori and May are actually going to the same is going to be doing the same part-time job, which is going to be about 3 weeks, a 3-week part-time job. No, not a 3-week, a 3-day part-time job. I believe they said. So it's kind of a short part-time thing going on. It's only lasting for 3 days. And May and Shiori, they're actually gonna be going. So, Jiro's like, wait, she's going and everything, and it makes it, I guess, it makes it a lot more better. And then eventually Shiori finds out like, oh, he's going too. So obviously, these two characters think like, I can make my move, and everything. So that's the interesting thing. Now, obviously, Jiro's like, well, I gotta go and get approval from my so-called wife before that. And it was funny because Cam was like, oh, well, if you go, you never know, she could be bringing up guys in the house, and guess what, she can freaking do some things dirty. But Jiro's like, nah, she's not like that. And he actually says it in a pretty stern way, and he's like, oh. Now, the interesting thing that I'm guessing that Camel got out of this is the fact that now that he knows Shiori is going, pretty much he implies like, well, Jirou, you gotta make your move at some point. So maybe I think the thing is Camo kind of realizes that realizes that his boy Jirou, he actually likes, he should know that he likes Shiori. Their reactions give it away, as well as the fact of, I think he also has a feeling that Jirou is also likes Akari. So I think he's also using this trip to say, well, you need to make your mind up. You need to make a decision, which I feel like that's going to be the thing that comes down to the end of the season. These two characters going to have to make a decision. Like, do they want to fall in love with their crushes or try to hook up with their crushes? Or are they going to, well, fall in love with each other and commit to a legit serious relationship between the two? I guess we'll see. Obviously, this is gonna be a thing that progresses the relationship, to be honest. So yeah. Jiro goes back to the place. Akari comes out wearing a pretty revealing and skimpy bathing suit, if I might say so myself. Like, she's barely getting cut, like barely covered. But it's your typical girl bikini outfit. My man Jiro's because he was like, "What the hell, bro?" He thought he was in like her undergarment, or he thought she was in her undergarments, and it was absolutely funny because he could not take his eyes looking at the body, and it was funny because Shiori's just like, she grabs his face and she's like, "You need to stop staring, you perv. Answer the question, do I look cute in this?" And obviously Jiro is pretty much at a loss for words, and he's not saying anything. Because she pretty much tells him like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be going to the beach, so for summer vacation, so I was thinking of getting a swimsuit, so I wanted to get your approval on it." And pretty much Jiro's like, "You're kind of showing a lot of skin and everything," and pretty much the reason why she was doing this because she wanted to get a boy's approval of it, but obviously Jiro kind of being a little bit overprotective of Akari, which shows the fact that he does like her. He's saying like, he pretty much implies like he doesn't want her wearing that type of bathing suit because it's showing a lot of skin, and obviously he doesn't want guys all over her. Now he retracts that statement by saying, "I didn't mean it like that, I'm just saying, as long as there's guys there, I guess that's fine. They'll be able to protect you, but it's just I want you being safe. I don't want you getting yourself into trouble or having some, like, I guess, thirsty dudes trying to shoot their shot," which in a way is kind of Jiro saying, "I don't want you wearing that bathing suit. I don't like that." And Akari makes a mention like, "You sound like you're jealous," and he's like, "I'm not jealous," and everything. But these cute scenes are absolutely adorable, and everything. Then it leads into a scene to where, he finds out, oh, she's doing a part-time job as well over the summer, so yeah. And the thing is, it kind of turns into a scene where she ends up getting on top of him again in this very revealing bathing suit. Heck, there's a point where she's like trying to freaking, I guess she's grabbing him by his freaking collar, his t-shirt collar, and just slamming him, but it looks like she's bouncing on top of him. Get your mind out of the gutter, people. Obviously, the positioning, yeah. But pretty much the thing is, she's trying to have him admit that she would miss him, or that he would miss her, or he would be lonely without Akari, which it's absolutely like, dog, come on. And then he doesn't say anything, but she ends up hugging him, and it's like, oh, it's like they're embracing for like, she wants to embrace with him for like the last time before they go on their separate part-time job vacation thing. Which was funny, even though Jiro's like, "I'm only gonna be gone for like 3 days. It's not gonna be that much of an issue." And she's hugging all over him in this bikini thing. Again, she's wearing like his freaking jacket under this, and he's having the struggle of like hugging her back and everything, to the point like he's pretty much touching where her thighs are at. And mind you, she's still wearing the bikini, so it's pretty much he's touching her skin. And I'm just like, my guy, good job. But they end up realizing that they're actually going to the same they're actually going to the same part-time job location, so it's like, well, all that was for naught. But the one thing that was interesting is she says, "Oh yeah, this she does ask Jirou like, hey, we should go to the beach sometime together. But the difference is I'll be wearing this bathing suit, the revealing one, just for you." And I'm just like, and now Jiro's reaction is like, what does she mean like that? She's got to be joking with me, bro. There's no way she means that. Because we see later in the episode, she ends up bringing the other swimsuit, which is just pretty much a one-piece bathing suit. And I'm just like watching the episode, I'm just like, my guy, Jirou, come on, dude, come on. Can you be this dense? She wants you to call her cute in the bathing suit. She wants your opinion on the bathing suit. She wants you after she finds out that you're going on a 3-day vacation to say that you're going to be lonely without her. She's literally forcing herself all over you. She's hugging you this episode in this revealing bathing suit. She's wearing your freaking jacket. And mind you, the tip of the iceberg, she literally says, let's go to the beach together and I'll wear this bathing suit just when we go together because this bathing suit's just for you. Not anybody, no other guy. My guy, Jirou. Can you be this fucking dense, bro? If I was in Jirou's shoes, I would easily be able to tell this girl fucking likes me. Like, she's giving all these hints and everything. She's leading him on. And this guy can't pick it up. And I know that's typical in these romance shows, but I'm just like, my guy. I absolutely hate that shit when it comes to main male characters, when they're that dense, when it's like, dude, it's so obvious. I can easily freaking tell. And I understand. He's a high school kid. He hasn't been in this whole thing with feelings and everything, and even like with the Shiori things, he has some misunderstandings about the Shiori feelings if she likes him and everything too. But I'm like, dude, come on, it's freaking obvious as all get up. She's literally hitting on you. She's literally throwing her body on you. Like, I think if a girl were to do that, I think they like you a whole lot, especially if they're wearing a bikini, a very revealing one at least. But that's the thing. But then, like I said, but listen, honestly, blame goes on both sides. Jirou's not making this move at realizing like Akari's freaking like into him, and then Akari's also freaking failing at her part in this because she's just not freaking manning up and just admitting to her feelings, just telling Jirou out loud, or just telling Jirou to his face like, no, I actually like you, and I don't want you to go be with Shiori. Because when for example in the scene, when he finds out that Shiori's going, she clearly, you can see that when her hands are right there, she squeezes her hands because she's jealous. It's also on her that, you know, she would solve this issue if she just is being honest and transparent with Jirou and just tells him like, hey, I really like you, and I want to be more than just friends, pretty much. But whatever. They go to the beach resort. We find out that Akari's two friends, they're there as well as Minami is there, Tenjin is there. We also see that one guy we saw last week, who apparently now it's pretty much confirmed that he has a crush on Akari. He has a little side conversation with Akari's friends and everything. And he wants to shoot a shot at Akari, and we kind of also find out this episode that if Tenjin and Akari were to start dating, he would actually be a little jealous and be a little bit upset about that. I can't blame my man, but the problem is my man doesn't understand that Akari has literally no eyes for this guy. Even though it looks like Akari has some eyes for Tenjin still there, obviously she's 100% focused on Akari, or on Jirou, right now. Honestly, if you were to ask me what is her likings, it's probably Jirou in first place for her. Tenjin probably be in a close second, and then obviously this guy is probably dead last. I feel like she has no interest in this dude anyways. So yeah. So that's kind of the whole thing. We don't get a lot of time spent towards her and Tenjin. Maybe that will happen next week. I just feel like we're going to get some of those moments in this little mini arc where she's going to see Shiori and Jirou from afar, spending this time together and everything. And lo and behold, guess what? She's going to start to get jealous. Now, also, too, her friends also almost ran in on a moment between Jirou and Shiori where they almost legitimately had their second kiss. So you have to wonder. We know the one blondie friend of Akari is kind of a chatterbox, and she's willing to freaking tell things. So maybe next week, Akari's friend will say, Akari, you won't believe what I saw. Shiori and Jirou almost kissed. Like, they were like almost about to do that. She saw us and they stopped and everything. But we left them alone, and maybe that's gonna get Akari in her feelings a bit in terms of being a little bit jealous and you know, which means it would probably have her start to maybe increase her move on, or her motives in terms of making a move on Jirou. Interesting thing. Simple enough. Mei, even though we know Mei likes Shiori, she's, I guess, being a good friend and still trying to have Jirou and Shiori get alone time. So that's kind of the thing. Again, Shiori and Jirou, they get to the point. Again, Shiori continues to say words that pretty much hint to Jirou that she's into him. They almost have a kiss. They almost have a moment where they have their second kiss. Like they're literally going. Jirou's literally going in for a kiss, and she starts to go in. And then all of a sudden, Shiori sees Akari's friends outside the window. They're just going to get something. They didn't mean to spy. Now, why they're just spying like that, I have no freaking idea. But Shiori, Akari's friends already know that Shiori has feelings for Jirou. If they had any doubts, well, this absolutely confirms that she has something. Okay, Shiori just screams out. Now, I'm shocked at the other freaking people. I'm guessing they weren't there. The other kids, they weren't there to hear, but she screams out. Jirou thinks it's a misunderstanding, like, oh, she must hate me, but, you know, Shiori's like, no, I don't. You know, or she says, I'm sorry, I just didn't expect them to be looking like that. So that's kind of the thing there and everything. So yeah, the episode pretty much ends off with obviously all the girls, you get your bathing suit scene and everything. Akari's one piece bathing suit actually looks really good. Honestly, she already comes up in her bathing suit. I know we don't see a lot of it, but it looks like your typical like school bathing suit. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, Shiori. I like you as a character, but I know I'm just like a big time fan of Akari. But I'm like, I'm sorry. Akari's bikini looks 10 times better than Shiori's. And it's funny because Jirou makes the mention, he's like, wait, she's wearing a different bikini. That's when he remembers, like, when Akari told him, like, yeah, this bikini, this swimsuit will be just for you, the skimpier one, when we go to the beach. So he's like, there's no way she can really mean that. There's no way. Anyways, the episode ends off with Shiori pretty much telling Jirou and Camo, hey, you, me, me and May, let's go over there to this hotel because Jirou and his friend didn't bring the swimsuits, and they're gonna go to this hotel. Don't know where that's going to lead into. If that's gonna mean we're gonna get some sort of weird bedroom scene between Jirou and Shiori, I have no idea where the story's gonna go. Again, it's going to be interesting to say the least, where the story's going to go. I believe we only have 2 more episodes left. I think 2 more or 3 more episodes. I don't know how long this show is going on. I don't know if the show's going on for 13 or 12 episodes, but another solid episode. Again, I still want to see more Akari. I like Shiori. I like Shiori as a character, but it's like, I'm more of an Akari dude, more than a Shiori dude, but you know, we'll see. But good episode. If you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode of More Than a Married Couple, as well as the subscribe button to get More Than a Married Couple content or anything else. Till then, guys, peace.